This is the #1 thing that I do not see women talk about when it comes to feminine care. Listen, get closer, get closer. Hello babes, and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you. For those of you where it's your first time here, I am Pretty On Me, and we're all about celebrating things that are uniquely ours. So I be looking at other girls and I be like, girl, you better rock in your lane. I'ma stay in my lane, but you rock in your lane, because I see your lane and I see mine too, but that doesn't mean we can't rock together. So if all that sounds great to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to know whenever these videos come out. Every Friday, well, usually Fridays. And also join us on Instagram and Facebook and join our babe squad. So if all this sounds lovely to you, I have some oodles and goodles and goodies and lovelies for all my babes here today, so keep watching. Okay y'all, hold on, I gotta adjust the girls. I recently discovered something and I just want to share it and scream to the mountaintops. So I have the most sought after secret that any woman would want here today, right here on this channel. But no, seriously, so today I wanted to make our topic about feminine hygiene. Personally, I am concerned about taking care of myself. I like taking care of myself. I like taking care of my teeth. I like taking care of, you know. So I wanted to share some tips with you guys. So today I'm going to talk about 5 most important tips when it comes to feminine care, and for YouTube and for the kids. We saying feminine because there's this one tip that I do not see these videos talking about. So keep watching if you want to find out what it is. Let's get into it. Tip number 5, understanding that fragrances hurt, they do not help. Because fragrances have quite a bit of chemicals. You want to keep your hoo-ha, your Sally Who, your Sally Mae, you want to keep it nice and clear from any kinds of fragrances, especially if you have sensitive skin as well. And it tends to mess with the balance of the, you know, the little Sally Mae suit. Tip number 4 is pretty easy. It's just basically wearing things that are free-flowing, breathable material in terms of fabrics. What am I speaking of specifically? I am speaking of wear cotton underwear. It's not always good to wear, if you're one of those ladies who, you know, who like to wear like their thongs. Do your thing, boo. Nobody is mad at you, but at the same time, don't do it often. Wear cotton underwear, or even better, free ball it. Number three is probably one of the most important. It's not the most important. It's like up there. I should have made this like number 2 because really it is way up there on the list. Your diet affects everything. Listen, first and foremost, I want to debunk the myth that it's supposed to be smelling like sweet cherries and stuff like that. Comment below if you think that I'm like just beyond control in saying that. Your diet definitely has an impact on how downstairs smells, how it feels, how it operates, how it moistens. I hate that word. Some of the things that can actually cause an issue with smell are alcohol. I'll say alcohol in excess. Red meats. I'm not saying that you need to cut out all the fancy things in life and the finer things in life, because girl, let me tell you, when I go to Copacabana in Toronto, girl, I'm eating up all the steak. For myself, I'm actually transitioning to vegetarian. I'm transitioning because I'm actually a really bad vegetarian. Wow, I said vegetarian. I'm actually a really bad vegetarian, so I will sometimes eat meat, but it's actually very rare. Or I'm transitioning to become a strict vegetarian, because I've just noticed like a huge difference, especially when it comes to feminine care. I've noticed a huge difference just switching my diet over to something that's not so meat based to more like veggie based, things like that. And I've noticed a huge difference, not just in the way that I feel, but the way that, you know, little honey pot likes to operate. Now this kind of leads into number 2. So I want to like smash 3 and 2 together when I think about it. So watching your diet in addition to making sure you're drinking lots and lots of water. So drinking water is definitely, it helps flush out toxins. It definitely helps flush out bacteria. So you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to your water intake. This is the number 1 tip that I've gone through several. I've gone through a million. Okay, not a million. That's not true. This is the number 1 thing that I do not see women talk about when it comes to feminine care. Listen, get closer. And this is the number 1 thing that I see get missed in videos, and I wonder to myself, Tina, like, why are they talking about this? I don't know, Tina, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they just missed it. Maybe they know it and they don't want to share the secret. That's also possible. Tip number 1 is consider that your honey pot has its own ecosystem, and that ecosystem has to be in balance in order for things to be sterile, odor-free. There are bacteria, what we call friendly bacteria, that actually help to keep that environment maintained and nice and clear. Let me tell you, without telling you too much. Probiotics for, you know. So probiotics actually contain beneficial bacteria that actually helps to build up lactic acid to adjust the pH in your flora. One of the things that I actually started to do, this is not something that I would do constantly. All sorts of things that can actually throw off the pH. And these are actually normal things that happen. Even just a bad diet can throw it off. Stress can throw it off. There's so many things that can actually throw off the beneficial bacteria that are supposed to live down there. So 2 things that are my biggest secrets, that are the things that have been the biggest changes for me, is apple cider vinegar. You can actually take a bath in this, but you would just use like 1 cup per bath. You wouldn't use like a whole thing of vinegar because number 1, that's expensive, and number 2, we don't want to be smelling like vinegar. It also helps with the pH, right? So a lot of things, you don't want things to be too acidic, you don't want things to be too neutral. Down there, it has to be the perfect balance. So I find that a combination of the apple cider vinegar and the probiotics just works like a dream. Talk to y'all babes for a second. Let me talk to y'all. Look, these are real things that happen. So people want to pretend, and guys want to pretend like this is not a thing. But let me tell you, there's no guys watching this video. Hopefully there's no guys watching this video. If there are guys watching this video, that's okay. I hope you've come to educate yourself and understand that it takes a lot of work to keep ourselves balanced. There, I'll put the details for this particular brand that I love to use. It's a 10-day supply. It says it has 4 strands and 10 billion probiotics. It's a suppository, so you know what that means. It's something that you also want to use in cycles. It's not something that you definitely want to use every single day, because again, too much of anything can throw you off right again. It be getting me right, girl. I'm telling you, I be right. So if you want to be like straight line, feeling good, feeling great, everything's operating, make sure the number 1 tip is you pay attention to replenishing the ecosystem that is supposed to live down there. Thanks babes for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you got some use out of it. Comment below if you have any other tips or anything else that I missed here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to know exactly when these videos come out. And also don't forget to join our babe squad here on Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to tune in every single Friday for all day reminders that you slay every which way. And I will see you babes in the next video. Mwah.